live BP, or the only the second one we've seen?
Yeah, this was the second one.
How did it go compared to first?
About the same. I was able to throw all my pitches, and I'm in a pretty good mood afterwards, so I'm happy about it.
Do you go off of hitters' reactions sometimes? What do they say to you, if anything?
Yeah, and I've been friends with Tim for a long time and played with Guyer for a while, so when they say something after the BP and let me know what some of my pitches are doing, yeah, it means more coming out of their mouth.
Go ahead, Billy.
Well, Tim said your changeup and your cutter looked particularly good. Did he tell you that?
Yeah, and that's it's been a work in progress. I think for like the last month or so, it's gotten a lot more comfortable with those pitches and being able to find the good part of the strike zone more often than not.
And Alex said it looked like you had a good feel right now. Is that what a lot of times you get the elbow back, but maybe not the feel around the zone and everything.
Yeah, it's definitely, I feel different, but not in a better way. I just feel like, what's coming out right now, I'm really trying to stay within a certain range. Helps my pitches act, a lot more consistent. I think not getting too big right now, being 12 and a half months, just trying to stay within that certain range right now is a struggle at times because I want to compete in there, especially when we got major league guys in there that are just played last night. So it's happy.
Kevin said the other night he thought June-ish. Are you thinking that on your timetable?
Yeah.
You can actually think on a timetable.
Yeah. Especially kind of just talking about it over the last month or so with Ronnie. I think this is the time of the process where I was going to start getting a little more excited and start to focus on maybe mid-June-ish or a little part of June. It feels good. It's nice to come to the park and have days where I can compete like this.
Alex just told us he's going down the same path you went through. How much did you guys talk leading up to his decision?
A lot. I don't know what he's told you guys so
he
far,
told us
but
he's going to have surgery.
Yeah, it's because it's so fresh on me. I don't suggest it to anybody, but when it's something that is necessary, it's not the end of the world. They're pretty good at that these days. So having said that, at the end of the process, I think he maybe feel a little more comfortable, with the situation. It can definitely put you down in the dumps pretty quick. Make you feel like your worth is as good as your elbow or your shoulder or whatever it is. So at this time right now, it's a pretty tough one.
What was your first reaction when you found out you had to get surgery?
I was really surprised when I heard the diagnosis from whatever the radiologist had seen the MRI. I just felt like there was going to be much more discomfort and much more pain that came along with it. I don't know. I know we're just playing baseball. I'm throwing baseball, but I thought it was going to be something that imploded a little bit more and got to that point where I was like, hey, something's really wrong. I was very surprised at that point.
How were you able to help Alex, from day one of this journey that he's about to go down this difficult road?
There's a lot of different variables that go into what kind of process his rehab is going to be. Is he going to do it in town? Is he going to be away from the club? Some of the perks of being around the guys. It kind of sucks when the team goes out of town and you got to come into the dark building and get after it kind of just a few guys. That makes things different. And obviously with where I had my surgery at the Andrews Institute, it's things we talked about a lot, but mostly he's, whatever he's got, I'm going to be honest with him and try to help him out with what he's got.
You said there's tough moments. Was that it for you, the toughest, wearing the uniform but not really being with the team?
Yeah, I felt, very helpless last year because, we didn't perform like we had all thought things were going to go. We didn't do that, so having to sit back and understand that I'm not able and kind of just have to wear it, I think that made it tougher. When things are going like crap for your team, you kind of still feel like you have an influence in it. So that was a little bit tough.
Conversely, it looks like you're going to join a team that is in the middle of things this year. How much more does that put kind of a bounce in your step?
A lot. I was going to be happy regardless of what we were doing. I know we worked hard, everybody individually and as a team through camp to to get to a place where we feel comfortable playing with each other, and not only on the field, but video games and cards and whatnot. So I hope that whenever I do come back, that we're still in this stride and we're playing well.
What's next now?
I think I'll do another one of these in 5 days. So it's like tomorrow will be day one.
You're on the every 5 day basically now, right?
Correct.
Since it's such a long road, how do you stay mentally strong and just together?
Griffin mostly. No, it's not something that there's not a whole lot of time. I think I've said this before. You can feel sorry for yourself all you want, but in the end of the day, there are a lot worse places to be and a lot worse things to be recovering from. So having said that, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and kind of get reality in check, because it is an elbow. There's great success rates. You're making a ton of money. So how do I get through this with a smile on my face and not let anybody else know that I'm not happy right now? I think that's one of the things that Alex may have a hard time with, is just trying to be in the game, in the season, even though he has no chances.